Welcome to the StitchyJam podcast. My name is Jay. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back. How have you guys been? I'm just gonna have a sip of my tea. I'm sorry it's been such a long time since I did one. I have had a lot going on with work, really taking up the majority of my time. And yeah, also I'm in Australia, and I'm in a suburb of Sydney, and the place where I live is one of the hottest places in Sydney. And it's been very hot. It's been unusually hot for this time of year. We've gone from winter to summer basically, and not really had a lot of reprieve in between. For an example, it's been getting into the 30s, 34, 36, 38, and that's very unusual for this time of year. Australia is already seeing bushfires. Thankfully, nothing near me currently that I know of. There's been a lot of back burning, so there's been lots of smoke happening. And for those of you that don't know, the back burning is to try and prevent the fires from spreading and hopefully eliminating more large fires during the summertime. I have been trying to do some knitting, but I haven't been doing a lot because I've been too hot. But I will talk a little bit about that. And so I was thinking, okay, it's Australia, it's summer, it's not realistic to keep knitting when it's really hot weather. What else can I do? And I don't know if you know this, if you've seen some of my previous earlier episodes, you will. But I also make patchwork quilts and I like to sew. I'm learning how to sew clothes, and I've been doing a few small projects lately. So I have some acquisitions to talk about. And some potential projects to talk about. I was going to do another lot of the learning to sew my own clothes classes at the local community centre. However, it was fully booked, so unfortunately I won't be able to do that until hopefully the next term there becomes a spot available. Work is going well. I don't remember if I ever announced what it was I was doing, but I got my dream job of working in a 5-star hotel, or working in a hotel was the dream from when I was a kid, and I am currently a barista / food and beverage attendant at a new local hotel, and I'm really loving it. I actually have some good news. I just got made permanent this week, and I'm so proud of myself. I've been working really hard and, letting my personality shine through at work, and it's been, and doing a good job, and the reward is that I've been able to secure a permanent place there. So I'm really happy about that. Lots going on. I am planning for my 40th birthday, which is in November. I am planning an overseas trip at the end of next year, provided I can get time off work. That's all in negotiation at the moment. And yeah, lots of exciting things going on. So if you're here for the knitting section, then now is the time to really grab your cup of tea and tune in. I have some very sad news. I know that some of you were excited to see what I was going to do with this pink Shetland tweed wool. However, I've had some disappointing news when I did, because I got this wool secondhand, and when you feel it feels like wool. And when I did the burn test to figure out, because when I was pulling it, with 100% wool, if you pull it like this, it's gonna snap this is very solid. And so I did the burn test, and unfortunately I'm fairly certain that this is either partially or fully acrylic, which there's nothing wrong with acrylic, but for the project that I wanted it for, it's not going to work. So I'm going to keep this. There's some little girls and some tiny babies and some other tiny humans that would look good in this salmon. And I'm going to keep it for some kids' clothes, I think, because, you know, for kids' clothes, it's really good to have the polyester, nylon, etc., so that you can just throw them in the wash and their parents don't have to stress, but they're still keeping warm. Winter is a while away yet, so I haven't cast anything on. So I was thinking, okay, all right, so the project that I wanted it for, which is for a jumper for myself, a sweater for myself, I'm going to have to rethink what I'm going to use for that. Although I'm still knitting a sweater at the moment, the simple pullover, it's with 4-ply wool. It's my first project and it's taking a really long time. I will show you the progress that I am up to, because I have made some progress, but it is a slow and steady project. And so I really want to cast something else on in a thicker ply wool, and so I can have it ready for when I go overseas next year. This one here is very light anyway, so it wouldn't cut the job, because I'm going to hopefully go to Norway and it'll be heading towards winter, so I'm going to need something very warm. So this is the progress I have made. I think in my last video it was down here, so I have made a fair bit of progress on that. I'll just bring that in. You can see the flecks of color on that. So yeah, it's a TV knit, so I'm picking it up and slugging away at that. So yeah, I've got a few things on my Ravelry list that I'm looking to do. In the meantime, I needed something a little lighter and something that I can have a finished product with. And so I think I'm going to make a few dishcloths, whether that be for myself or for my best friend for Christmas. I'm not sure yet, but I found this cotton blend, which was on special for $2.50. It's this really pretty green color, surprise, surprise. And it's very light, and I'm going to make some dishcloths out of that. So watch this space. Keeping on the knitting theme, as you know, I cast on my very first pair of socks a few months back. And although I don't have anything finished yet, I have got the first sock, as you've seen in one of my previous episodes, waiting to get the toe done, but I'm going to do the toes both at the same time. Sorry, I've got a bit of an itchy nose. However, my second sock is making progress. Yay! I haven't filmed for a while, so I'm a little out of practice, so forgive me. Yes, so this is where I'm up to. I've done the heel, and I'm now turning to do the gusset, and then turning to do the rest of the foot. So that won't take me too long, I'm sure. And then I've already got a Ravelry pattern downloaded to start another pair of socks, which is called the Dumbledore sock. I'll put the link down below. But yes, I wanted something a bit Christmassy, even though it'll be very hot here for Christmas. I still like the idea of having a pair of Christmas socks. So that's all from my knitting at the moment. It's just having the time and energy after work, and also being in the right weather environment. I got to have a workaround about that. I may have to start thinking about knitting some cotton items. Yeah, I'm not sure. Any suggestions for those of you that live in the hotter climates? Let me know. So moving from that onto some materials now. And I hope you've all been well. Let me know what knitting projects that you've got on the go at the moment in the comments. And if you haven't done already, add my Ravelry, which is StitchyJam. I'll put the link down in the description. If you are enjoying my content and my videos, please give me a comment, a like, and a subscribe. I would really appreciate that. I have a few new subscribers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, and I really appreciate you spending time with me on here. So recently I made some wheat packs. I think I've shown you this one before, where I emptied some old tatty wheat packs out and kept the wheat and made myself this wheat pack. And since then, I don't have them with me because I already gifted them. I made two about the size of my dad's feet. There's a photo on my Instagram if you want to go and check that out. Again, the link I'll put below. With this bicycle material. And it's super cute, and it's definitely my dad. He loves to cycle. So from there, my dad's best friend would like some heat packs as well. He lives in a camper van and he is a nomad, and so I found this material which I think is quite perfect for him. And so super cute. So this one's called Quilter's Road Trip. It's by Kathy, and I can't say her last name. Let me try. Kathy Degendofer, Deggendorfer. Take that what you will. So yeah, I'm looking forward to making that for him. I think that'll be really cool for it to go into his camper van with little camper vans all over it. I found this fun material which I love. I'm not sure what to do with it yet. It's in my acquisitions for an I don't know kind of a project. I'm sure that we all have these. So this is it. It's called Making Paper Hats, and it's the Children at Play collection by Sarah Jane Studios. And it basically, I don't know if you ever remember making paper hats, but it's a little instruction of how to make a paper hat out of a newspaper. So I'm not sure whether that will become a project bag for myself or another wheat pack, but one of those two things. I've just got a fat quarter of that as well. I bought some pajamas recently, which were super cute, and they came in this little bag made out of the material that the pajamas are made in. And I love cats, and they're so cute. Look at them. But this little bag came with it, and so I'm going to turn that into a project bag as well. Cute, cute, cute. And then a couple more materials. I just go into the hobby sew on my way home from work sometimes, or if I have time in between an appointment, because I see my chiropractor every fortnight and my acupuncturist on the alternate fortnight. I can't talk properly right now. And so sometimes I have a bit of time between work and the appointment, and so I pop into the sewing shop or the knitting shop, or I go for a coffee and read my book or take my knitting. Anyway, in the last couple of weeks, I found this super cute cat material. It's not generally the colors that I like, but I just couldn't resist the cats, and it's kind of Japanese style. And I got a meter of this, and this is it here. This is 7 berry fabrics made by Japan. And it hasn't got a name for the material, and I've had a look on the internet and I can't find anything. And once again, I'm not sure what I'm going to make with this, but I just thought, look how cute these little kitties are. At the same time I bought that, I may or may not have fallen in love with some woodland animal material. And I also got, did I get 1 meter or 2 meters of this? I think I got 1 meter. Now this is, I've seen some inspiration for a woodland quilt. So it's possible that this will go into that. The other alternative is making a project bag, but a bit of a different kind to the drawstring ones, and taking on a bit more of a challenge and finding something that I can add some pockets into to keep my notions, stitch markers, etc, etc, pair of scissors, but I'm not sure. Anyway, this is lovely. I'm in love with this material. It's super cute, and it's a Dear Stella design. It's a Little Farm and Friends collection and an animal floral. Oh, I've got it upside down. And you can see the little woodland creatures, the tiny hedgehog, the sleeping deer or fawn. I'm not really sure what that animal is, but yeah, I'm really in love with this. Do any of you guys sew as well as knit? I know some of you do. I know Back to Blighty does. I know that Katie Greenbean does. I know that Tales from Cuckoo Land does. What about you? Tell me below. This sheep material is very thick, a little like linen. It's designed in England, and I got it for about 50 cents off Facebook Marketplace, and there's nothing wrong with it. I gave it a good wash. I think it would be good for a bit of a sturdy bag. This is it here. How cute are these sheep? So I made a duffel bag earlier in the year. If you go back through my videos, you'll be able to see that. And I was thinking that for my trip next year, that I would like to make a duffel bag out of this that I can take on the plane with me, have my knitting, have my books, have a few snacks, etc, etc. So yeah, that's where I'm at with all of that. And keeping motivated to do these videos is here. I am motivated to do these videos. My biggest problem is that I'm new to knitting, and so I'm a bit slow. And that's okay. And also, as I mentioned, the weather is warming up. And so although I did mention that I was going to start doing these videos fortnightly, I actually don't think that that is feasible, because I don't have enough to talk about within a fortnight. So I'm going to go back to the monthly podcast. That will keep me motivated, but not make me feel the pressure that I've been feeling. And I've been, you know, putting the pressure on myself, which is not good. We all knit to relax, and we make things to relax. And if you're putting that pressure on yourself, you just end up procrastinating because, well, I do anyway. Maybe you do too. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's it from me this month. I'm sorry I don't have a lot more to share with you, but it's very nice of you to join me. I really appreciate you being here. I'm loving my new shirt from Dangerfield. It's like, the only thing is I'm going to make some alterations when I get back to this sewing class. I'm not a fan of this little puffy sleeve. So I'm going to ask my teacher for some advice on how to get rid of that puff, basically. Things coming up. As I mentioned, my birthday in November. Turning 40. I have planned for a lunch in a garden area, like a restaurant in a garden area. And then I plan on going to a drag show in the evening. So I'm super excited about that. And then in December, I'm going away for a few days to a farm stay, which I wanted to do in November so that I could possibly see some of the lambing. But unfortunately, the place where I wanted to go was fully booked in that time. And so I've had to push it to December. So we'll see. It might be a bit too hot for the animals then, given that it's Australia and it's summertime. But I'm not sure. I will find out. Either way, it'll be nice to have a few days to get away. So thank you for joining me. Please like, subscribe, and share this video podcast. If you don't follow me on my socials, the links are all below. Thank you so much. Until next time.